Just like how Luke Skywalker trained on Dagobah to wield the Force, we too can train ourselves to utilize the vast resources of our subconscious mind. No, we can't move objects with mystical powers, but the things we can do by mastering the realm below our consciousness are even more useful in my opinion. Luke finally finds his second mentor, Yoda. He almost loses his opportunity to train with him though, because his mind is clouded with ideas that distract him, making him a not ideal student.
All his life as he looked away to the future, to the horizon.
The first step, just like in Empire Strikes Back, is to control your undisciplined mind. The most basic thing to do is to eliminate as much toxic information from your life as possible. Fear-inducing news, explicit online content, brain-rot entertainment. There is a reason almost every training sequence in movies takes place in some remote location. It isolates you from the distractions of the modern world. In computer programming, there is a term named GIGO. It's an acronym for garbage in, garbage out. When you input bad data into a system, you will inevitably get bad data coming out. Our subconscious mind operates in a very similar way. The more trash we feed it, the more we witness our lives spiraling downwards. Yoda is constantly berating Luke for how he thinks and speaks.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do.
We also need to control our negative words to others and our negative inner monologues. Like the advice given in the book, The 4 Agreements, we need to be impeccable with our word as much as possible. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean and avoid speaking ill of others and yourself. Controlling your words is going to go a long way towards fixing your internal thoughts as well. For really persistent internal chatter that doesn't serve you, there is a psychological technique you can use called thought stopping. When some nasty belief pops into your mind, like, I am never going to be able to get into shape, think of a stop sign and visualize it. It even helps to internally say stop. After you have interrupted the negative thought, then replace it with a positive one, like, I will get into shape. Or even better, form an image of yourself in an ideal physical state. It's a form of self-hypnosis that is simple, but it really does work. Try it for yourself. Your subconscious is like a lake. To fully access its potential, it needs to be still. Negative thoughts and actions are like throwing stones into the lake. The subsequent ripples distort the serenity of your mind, causing a disconnect between your actions and your intentions. As you continue on your journey and begin to better shape your environment and thoughts, there is still another issue you need to tackle.
There's something not right here.
Luke enters a dark underground cave. The fear is palpable. In fact, the swamp of Dagobah represents the darkness of our unconscious mind and the metaphorical monsters that inhabit it. He confronts Vader, his diabolical enemy, only to find that he is really confronting himself. We also need to exorcise the demons out of our unconscious mind before we can reap its benefits. The most simple technique that you can start today is journaling. The act of putting negative beliefs and thoughts on paper actually does change your mental state. Before bed is a good time to just write about the day. Your failures, your fears, your successes also. The practice of morning pages made popular by Julia Cameron is also an excellent way to cleanse your subconscious. It's simply waking up and writing 3 pages nonstop. Eventually you will draw from a deeper well and expunge those limiting beliefs holding you back. There are many other ways of dealing with these unseen dark forces of our mind. Shadow work, active imagination exercises, moving meditations such as yoga and qigong, breath work, and of course talk therapy are very popular ways to explore our fears and eventually overcome them. It helps here to understand the difference between Freud and Jung's conception of the unconscious mind. Freud believed that just below our conscious thinking mind are 2 levels. The first is pre-consciousness, which are thoughts that are forgotten but accessible. An example would be childhood memories. Below this is unconsciousness, where there is a deep reservoir of lost memories, repressed thoughts, and desires. Carl Jung also split the unconscious mind into 2 parts, but slightly differently. He believed the first level was a personal unconsciousness, which basically encompasses all of Freud's conception of the deeper level of an individual's mind. Jung then theorized an even more fundamental plane called the collective unconscious, a shared unconscious level between all things that is like a data field one can tap into. I personally believe in a collective unconsciousness. It could be equally as valid that you believe our personal unconsciousness is capable of vast feats of intelligence as well. Whatever the case may be, it's now time to start living with the idea that there is an energy field deeper than we realize, something very similar to the Force in Star Wars. When Luke is in a deep meditative state, he sees that his friends are in trouble.
Han,
Leia!
Now, I'm not saying you can become psychic, but connecting with the stream of unconsciousness can help you receive groundbreaking insights. There are way too many examples of this to be discarded. The structure of DNA was seen in a dream by James Watson. An alternating current device was instantly received by Nikola Tesla as an image in his mind. George R.R. Martin wrote an outline for all of the Game of Thrones epic after suddenly being struck with inspiration. So in my experience, here's how to best connect with this mysterious source of information. Actually, a scene from Mad Men describes it really well.
Peggy, just think about it deeply. Then forget it. And an idea will jump up in your face.
Thank you.
Think of your problem intensely and then forget about it for a while. After this, there are certain things you can do to help you receive insights. Taking a walk without listening to anything but the sounds around you is a very conducive time for connecting with the subconscious. Sleep is also another time to receive wisdom, and the best way to help this along is to write down your dreams immediately after you have them.
Please, come in.
Water is also a very beneficial element for this purpose. Baths, showers, and the ocean in particular are places where it is very common to explore the depths of thinking. In fact, in mythology, water is often the symbol of the unconscious. Meditation is also going to be effective. It will actually help with all aspects from training your mind to clearing negativity to connecting. When you establish a link to this mysterious thought field, you don't even need to seek it out eventually. You will begin to see it all around you as signs and patterns. By tuning into your subconscious thoughts and feelings, you can also become more aware of danger.
I feel cold.
That place is strong with the dark side of the Force.
A good number of special operators for the military have found that they were able to increase this ability as they used it more. Michael Jocko, in his book, The Intuitive Warrior, has some extraordinary examples of threat detection that come from an inner knowing, as he puts it. Gavin DeBecker, the security expert, also explores this topic of using unconscious fear as an ally to keep yourself safe. Finally, there are physical advantages to be had as well. This is why so many professional athletes visualize before their events, and this is also why meditation has been part of martial arts for so long. Michael Murphy, a fascinating character who started the Esalen Institute, wrote a whole book about examples of this in The Future of the Body. For more concrete ways to engage your athletic abilities with your mind, I would also recommend The Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkins. This is a vast topic, and I've only covered the surface of it. I hope that this information was helpful and interesting. Good luck, and I have to say it, may the Force be with you.